Hi, my name is Wade Skeen. Today I want to tell you about one of the first flights I ever took on a B-52 bomber. I was a maintainer at Barksdale Air Force Base around 2003-2004 time frame, and I was on the Flying Crew Chief program. We'd been in Guam for the last 4 months, and to save cost on chartering flights for maintainers to get back to Shreveport, Louisiana, they let those of us who were qualified to fly on the B-52 fly back on the B-52. Give you a little quick background on a B-52, how it's set up inside. Up front, on top, you have the pilot seat and the co-pilot seat. In the back behind that, you have the electronics warfare officer and the gunner seat, which is no longer a crew position used there. Below that, you have the radar navigator and the bombardier navigator. So, we were flying from Guam back to Barksdale in Shreveport, Louisiana. We didn't have any mission, we were just going from point A to point B. Well, in this scenario, the electronics warfare officer doesn't do a whole lot. They kind of hang out on a training mission or combat sortie. They have a lot of duties, but in this case, they didn't have anything. So about 6 hours into the flight, when we were coming back into American airspace, myself and the electronics warfare officer were both kind of dozing back there, sitting behind the pilots and the co-pilots facing backwards. All of a sudden on headsets I hear a call come out that says heavy aircraft approaching American airspace at 45,000 feet or whatever altitude we were at, going direction, east, whichever direction we were flying at that time. This is Bigfoot on watch, please authenticate. Well, this doesn't mean anything to me. I don't know what this means. All of a sudden I see the EWO, who hasn't moved in 6 hours except for to change the movie on his iPad, start throwing books all over the place. Well, at this point I knew it was probably in my best interest to just be quiet and sit still and let them figure out what was going on. So this goes on for 2 or 3 minutes, and he finally finds the book he's looking for, and he gets on the radio and he calls Bigfoot on watch, Bigfoot on watch. This is our aircraft's call sign at that time. Authentication is X-ray 9 or 23, whatever the code was for that day. Well, about 5 minutes goes by and everybody calms down and everything, and I finally get up the courage as this airman flying on an aircraft for the first time with these guys. It's like, hey, is somebody going to explain to me what the heck just happened? Because it was haywire there for a few minutes. Well, the EWO looks over at me and he says, do you know who Bigfoot is? I have no idea who Bigfoot is. He said, that's NORAD. For some reason, our transponder that was supposed to be telling American airspace, American forces that were monitoring American airspace, that we were a friendly aircraft coming back over the United States, who we were, was not working. So NORAD had called us to authenticate that we had business being there, especially being a larger aircraft. And keep in mind, this was post 9/11 time frame, so everybody was a little bit on edge about large aircraft approaching American airspace without authentication. And so I asked the EWO, I was like, so what happens if they wouldn't have got in touch with us? He said, oh, they had already scrambled fighter jets to come intercept us at the time. So luckily we had the information we needed, we had the communications we needed to pass along to those guys to let them know that we were where we were supposed to be. The moral of this whole story kind of goes along with that sometimes it's better to sit still and be quiet and let the people that know what they're doing handle the situation rather than interject yourself into something when you don't know what it is that you're doing. Thank you.